Hi, this is Curt Thomas here with Smokinaffairs. We're here today covering the 13th annual Big Cigar Do, the annual fall do at Tobacco World in Marietta, Georgia, the Cigar Superstore. Today we have live music, a lot of good food, a lot of cigar notables are here. Cigar Dave is doing a live broadcast. Just had a few words with Nestor Miranda here a few minutes ago. There's a couple other folks here, Jonathan Drew. We're going to try and get around and talk to these folks today. If you didn't make it to this event, this will be your vicarious thrill. Sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
Throughout the day, we'll be talking with many of the manufacturers of the premium cigars we all love to enjoy. I'll be asking them several questions that we hope you find informative. First, for people that are not familiar with the brand, what cigar would you recommend for an experienced smoker? And then, what would be your recommendation for a novice smoker? Next, we asked them to offer their opinions on what they see as emerging trends for our industry over the next 3 to 5 years. And lastly, if you were hosting a party, what cigar from your product line would be the best all-around choice to satisfy the palates of both the novice and experienced smoker?
So sit back and enjoy. Their answers are coming up next.
We do have a variety of cigars from Dominican Republic, Honduras, and Nicaragua. So I have to say that we have from Nicaragua the Nestor Miranda, who's doing a fantastic job, and Pepin Garcia is the one who produced that cigar for me. I think that would be an elegant cigar and fabulous cigar for the price too. Then we have the 107 from La Aurora, Dominican Republic, which is also in the standard, one of the best Dominican cigar made by La Aurora. And then we have a cigar that we just come out with them. It's called Casa Miranda from Miami. It's the first cigar that we produce totally in Miami. And that cigar has been well accepted by the people, you know. So I will highly recommend those three to begin with. It was a Casa Miranda. We did it last year, and also with the Casa Miranda, we come out with 1,500 boxes of Nestor Miranda Gran Reserva, which is boxes of 10, Belicoso, made also by Pepin, especially made by Pepin for me. And we told him, I want you to make me a cigar that it would be unique. I want to make only 1,500 boxes. So when we kick off the cigar in the last RTDA or ICP or whatever, we sold 1,000 boxes right there in 3 days. So we only have very few boxes to sell, and whatever the Big Red has over here, that's all he's going to have because I don't have any more. So those two cigars has been very symbolical in the cigar business. They're doing extremely well. Unfortunately, I only got 1,500 boxes, so I don't have any more. You got to wait for the next year. Honest belief that we are in the right path. We do have a lot of controversial law in different states, but some of those law has been repealed. You know, like for example, Washington State was 110% tax. They repealed that and they put a cap per cigar 50 cents. We have the same situation in New York with a 75% tax on the tobacco. What we're trying to do is help pass a bill, $1 cap per cigar, because when you increase 75% in the cigar, we're gonna lose a lot of sales in New York. So the revenue will not be there. You know, you can cross the bridge in New Jersey and buy the cigar cheap, or you can buy in a catalog. So they lose in revenue. So I'm firm believer that if we put $1 cap in cigar in New York, they're going to see a tremendous amount of revenue, because that was my first market in the U.S., New York.
Is that right?
So we lost trends, we lost sales. But I hope they repeal that law. Certainly hope so. Well, I would like to say, now that I'm talking to you, Curt, is we should support CRA. CRA is the people who fight in every state so we can have a pleasant life, enjoy a cigar, with the tremendous law that it coming. You know, you can't smoke here, you can't smoke Central Park, and ridiculous things. You know, Central Park is 180 acres, and you can light a cigar over there. And I think we got to stop that because we are adult people. Our cigar is handmade. We're not a machine-produced cigar. We are handmade. We got 300,000 people living in Central America, and they're very poor people, and the only thing they do is trying to work so they can take bread to the family. So if we put all this law in effect, we're going to kill the business. We're going to kill 350,000 people that works on it, and we're going to kill another 100,000 people who work in tobacco shop in the United States. So I beg those congressmen, so be careful with the side effect or any law that they pass. I really beg them. I believe you can have a selection of the Guillermo Leon cigar, which is made by Guillermo Leon La Aurora, and he puts his name in the cigar, so it means that that cigar is excellent. Like I said before, 107 would be adequate for that. Art Deco is another cigar that I have, but also I believe we can have some flavor cigar mix in that. You know, I own Tatiana cigar, which is probably one of the #1 flavor cigar in the country right now. Because we can't forget the lady. And lady like to smoke something sweet. You know, there is lady who smoke big cigar, you know. But the majority like to be a little more pleasant, a smell or whatever. I think the flavor cigar will be adequate for a reunion like that, a wedding and something like that. You'll be surprised how many lady will pick that cigar and smoke and say, hey, this is great. And we need the support of the ladies. My pleasure, Curt. My pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, it's Curt again. We're wound down through most of the day here, and we've had a wonderful time at the Cigar Superstore's big event, the 13th anniversary. And it was just a wonderful time. A lot of important cigar notables were here. We did some interviews with some of those people, and you'll be able to see those. And joining me now to kind of get a recap for the day, the owner of Tobacco World, the Cigar Superstore, Mr. Red. How are you, Red?
We had a great day. We had, I want to say, a true number about 800, 850 in people here. Of course, we had Cigar Day broadcasting, which was phenomenal. Dave Marlino after him. A lot of the owners of factories and stuff like that got to be on the radio with him, which was just unbelievable. The place has been packed all day. We're going to have to clean up for like a week and a half. But you know, we had a great time. We put on a big party, and we have a lot of people show up, which is phenomenal. We feed them well. You know, there's shops that do, you know, hamburgers and hot dogs, and we don't do that. We do fried turkeys and smoked pork loin and all kind of stuff. We did some Cuban food this year, which was really great. So.
Additionally, we had some money raised for charity today. We had a couple of charity auctions. Talk to us a minute about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We had, we're lucky because the manufacturers will send us hard to get stuff. You know, Rocky sent a tray of, I want to say it was 80 or 100 decades. I donated a magnum of my wine, and we got all kinds of stuff, signed stuff that was, you know, just great from everybody. We auction that off, and what we do with that is that the proceeds from that is split between two charities. It's the Cigar Family for the Fuentes, and we also do the Rocky Patel Foundation. So we split that in half and, you know, send them a check, which is really nice. You know, cigar people can help, which is good.
Thanks for that review of the day. I know I personally had a great time, and put this on your calendar, folks, for next year if you didn't make it. And look for the videos. There'll be all the interviews of the people that we interviewed today. We're going to be posted up on Red's site, and take a look, and you'll see part of the good day that you missed. And we'll look so forward to seeing you all next year.
Absolutely. Thanks for all the people that came out, all the manufacturers, and all the guys that helped us in here. And like you said, we look forward to seeing you next year because it's going to be a hell of a party next year.
Now, thanks for all the guys that came down out of state, all the regulars, all the employees that made this day possible. It doesn't happen without these guys, ever.
Thank you.